whose job is becoming automated and needs to learn how to operate new, complex machinery. Consider the small business owner in a rural town who needs to master digital marketing to compete with larger online retailers. Imagine the parent returning to the workforce after several years, only to find that the software and office tools they once knew are now obsolete. Even children in schools can feel the pressure as the curriculum struggles to keep pace with technological advancements. The old ways of learning, reliant on physical classrooms and outdated textbooks, are often too slow, too expensive, or simply too far away for most people. This gap between the skills people have and the skills they need creates significant barriers. Not everyone has the privilege of attending a top-tier university or enrolling in expensive corporate training programs. For many, geography is a major obstacle. Quality educational institutions are concentrated in urban centers, leaving those in smaller towns or remote areas with limited options. Time is another critical factor. A full-time employee, a caregiver, a busy parent simply cannot commit to a rigid, multi-year degree program. The high cost of specialized training further excludes countless individuals, creating a cycle where opportunity is only available to those who can already afford it. These challenges are not just inconveniences, they are walls that block personal and professional progress. But a powerful and promising solution is emerging from this very challenge. New digital learning platforms are rising to meet this demand, armed with the power of technology to democratize education. These platforms are not just digital versions of old classrooms. They represent a fundamental rethinking of how we acquire and apply knowledge. They promise a future where learning is accessible to anyone with an internet connection, personalized to fit each individual's unique needs, and integrated into our lives as a continuous, lifelong pursuit. This is more than just a new tool. It is a beacon of hope. The promise of next-generation digital learning platforms is both simple and revolutionary. It is a promise to break down the traditional barriers that have made quality education a privilege for the few. These platforms envision a world where your location, your income, your schedule no longer dictate your ability to learn and grow. They are built on a foundation of 3 core principles, each one designed to address a critical need in our modern society. The first and most fundamental promise is universal access. Imagine a global library of knowledge that fits in your pocket, available anytime and anywhere. This is the reality that digital platforms create. By moving learning online, they eliminate the need for physical presence in a classroom. A student in a remote village in India can access the same lecture from a Stanford professor as a student living in Silicon Valley. The most immediate and profound impact of digital learning platforms is their ability to provide widespread access to education. For centuries, knowledge was confined within the walls of libraries and universities, accessible only to those who could afford the tuition and the time to attend. Online platforms shatter these walls. A smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, and a connection to the internet. Suddenly, a world-class education is no longer a distant dream, but a tangible possibility for millions. This simple shift has radical implications, opening doors for learners in underserved communities, developing nations, isolated regions. Recognizing that high-speed internet is not available everywhere, many offer downloadable video lectures and low-bandwidth modes. Content is often translated and subtitled in dozens of languages, breaking down linguistic barriers and reaching a global audience. The financial barrier is also addressed. Many courses are free and certificate programs cost a fraction of traditional tuition. Collaborations with leading universities and companies bring validated, high-quality content to the masses, so learners can study cutting-edge topics from home. The second transformative benefit of digital learning platforms is their ability to deliver a truly personalized educational experience. Traditional education has long followed a one-size-fits-all model, where a single teacher lectures to a room of 30 students, each with different strengths, weaknesses, and learning paces. Digital platforms flip this model on its head. Using sophisticated algorithms and data analysis, they can create a unique learning path for every single user. The platform can assess your current knowledge, identify your specific learning goals, and then recommend the precise sequence of lessons, exercises, and projects you need to succeed. This tailored approach ensures that learners are always challenged but never overwhelmed, making the educational process more efficient, more engaging, and ultimately more effective. The third promise is the enablement of lifelong learning. Today, that concept is completely outdated. The rapid pace of technological and economic change means that we must all become lifelong learners to stay relevant and engaged. Digital platforms are perfectly suited for this new reality. They offer a vast menu of learning opportunities, from short courses to refresh a specific skill to comprehensive certificate programs that can launch a new career. This flexibility allows individuals to learn on their own terms, during a lunch break, on the evening commute, or after the kids are asleep. It moves away from rigid, time-based schooling toward a flexible, competency-based model focused on mastering skills, making learning feel like an exciting journey of discovery, right? Section 6, Voices from the Field, Stories of Transformation. The true power of these platforms is best understood not through abstract principles, but through the real stories of the learners whose lives they have changed. These are not isolated anecdotes. They represent a global pattern of empowerment and opportunity. Consider the story of Maria, a bright and ambitious young woman living in a small, remote town in South America, far from any major city or university. Maria had always dreamed of working in technology, but her school offered no computer science. The nearest boot camps were hundreds of miles away, and tuition was out of reach. Feeling trapped, she discovered a global platform offering free introductory programming courses. She watched short lessons, completed interactive quizzes, and practiced code every evening, rewinding until concepts clicked. After 6 months, she built a simple app for a local organization, a project that became her portfolio. A nearby tech company saw her work and offered a remote internship. Today, Maria supports her family and pursues a career she's passionate about. The platform was a lifeline. Then there is Jamal, who had worked on a factory floor for over 2 decades. As automation grew, his manual skills were becoming obsolete. Through a company partnership, he learned in 30-minute lunch breaks with short lessons and quick knowledge checks. Section 7. The measure of success. Data-driven proof and impact. The promise is backed by concrete data and measurable outcomes. Online environments generate a wealth of evidence, academic studies, platform analytics, and feedback from millions. Research shows that for motivated learners, outcomes can be comparable to on-campus learning, with project-centered approaches driving high-skill acquisition. Impact reports reveal major career benefits, promotions, raises, and new careers, the result of teaching practical, job-relevant skills. Every interaction yields data that helps refine courses and improve outcomes. Verifiable certificates build trust with employers. Governments partner to upskill at scale, strengthening services and resilience. Digital learning advances individuals and nations. It's a movement reshaping education globally. Section 8. Navigating the hurdles, acknowledging and solving challenges. The most significant challenge is the digital divide. Without reliable internet and devices, online learning can create new inequities. Not all learners thrive online. Some skills require tactile practice that screens can't fully replicate. Simply putting lectures online is not enough. Platforms must foster community, mentorship, and practical application. Recognition of online certificates varies. Broader acceptance is needed. We must emphasize what people can do over where they learned. Platforms are rolling out offline learning, partnerships with libraries and cities, live tutoring, teamwork, and VR labs to simulate hands-on experiences. They align curricula to industry standards and create hiring pathways. Progress is tangible and ongoing. These challenges are real, but solvable. And momentum is on our side. Section 9. The call to action. Building our shared future of learning. In summary, the landscape of learning is transforming. Next-generation platforms are more accessible, more personal, and designed for a lifetime of learning. We've seen the data and heard stories like Maria's and Jamal's. The digital divide and credential acceptance are real, but solvable through innovation, partnership, and advocacy. Governments invest in access. Companies embrace skills-based hiring. Schools blend online and in person. The most important action begins with you. Together, we can help anyone transform their life through learning. Let us begin that future today.
Investing in world peace development is about ensuring that our children and our children's children inherit a world that values collaboration, mutual respect, and peace. It's about creating a legacy of peace, a world where violence is not the norm, but the exception. Because ultimately, that's the greatest gift we can give to future generations. Look, I know we've been talking about some pretty big, complex ideas here, but at its core, peace is actually a very simple concept. It's about kindness, it's about empathy, it's about recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every single human being. These are values that are echoed in spiritual and philosophical traditions all over the world. And embracing these values, putting them into practice in our daily lives, is essential for cultivating a culture of peace. A world where everyone feels valued, respected, and loved.
Every single child who walks through a school door carries a world inside them, you know. They carry their hopes, their worries, and their boundless potential. And every single day, we have an opportunity to help them build a better world, starting with the one they share with their classmates. Teaching peace is not some grand, complicated theory. It is one of the most fundamental skills we can offer our children. It is the practice of kindness. It is the art of understanding. It is the courage to solve problems with our words instead of our hands. It is about creating a space where every child feels seen, heard, and safe enough to learn, to grow, and to become the fullest expression of themselves. One afternoon, his teacher, Ms. Anya, saw him get into a heated argument with a classmate, Chloe, over a swing. Voices were raised, tears were welling up. Instead of sending them to separate corners, Ms. Anya guided them to a small, quiet bench she called the Peace Bench. She didn't lecture or scold. She simply sat with them, took a deep breath, and asked Leo to share his side of the story. Then she turned to Chloe and asked her to do the same. As they spoke, something shifted. Leo explained he was feeling left out of a game earlier and just wanted a turn on the swing to feel better. Chloe admitted she hadn't realized he was feeling sad. She just thought he was trying to be bossy. Ms. Anya then asked them a simple question. What is one thing we can do right now so you both feel a little better? After a moment, Chloe offered Leo her next turn, and Leo apologized for raising his voice. It was a small moment. It took less than 10 minutes. At the very core of a Peace-First classroom are a few simple, powerful skills that every child can learn. These are not complicated psychological concepts. They are the basic tools of human connection. Think of them as the ABCs of emotional intelligence. The first and most essential skill is learning to listen. I mean truly listen. Not just waiting for your turn to speak, but opening your heart to hear what another person is truly feeling and experiencing. It's about giving someone the gift of your full attention. When a child feels heard, they feel valued. A person who feels valued is less likely to lash out in anger or frustration. Next, we teach children the language of their own emotions. So many conflicts happen because a child feels a big emotion but doesn't have the words. We can give them those words. Creating a rich vocabulary for feelings is like turning on a light in a dark room. We also brainstorm fair solutions and nurture empathy, the seed that connects us to our shared humanity. Starting this work doesn't require a complete overhaul of your curriculum or months of training. It can begin with one small module, one 10-minute activity. Let's start with a feelings circle. The goal is to build a vocabulary for emotions. Sit in a circle and pass a soft object, a small pillow or a talking stick. When a child holds the object, they share one word for how they feel. There are no right or wrong answers. Happy, tired, wiggly, a little bit sad. Use picture cards to help younger students identify feelings. Next, a listen and share module. Pair students. One speaks for 1 minute about their weekend or favorite animal. The other listens without interrupting. When time is up, the listener shares the one main thing they heard, then they switch. This teaches focus, respect, and helping someone feel heard. Problem-solving partners uses simple skits. Present a common conflict. Two friends want the same blue crayon. Invite the class to propose fair solutions. Take turns, use light blue while waiting, or draw together. Shift the focus from blame to creative solutions. Kindness stories nurture empathy. Read a short picture book about a character feeling lonely, scared, or different, then discuss perspective. Ask, how do you think that made them feel? What might they need right now? These stories safely explore complex emotions and practice thinking about others. The true magic happens when these skills are woven into the school day. Consistency turns ideas into habits. Create a calm-down corner, not punishment, a safe space any child can choose when overwhelmed. Stock it with soft pillows, picture books about feelings, a small stuffed animal, modeling clay, a coloring book, a breathing ball. It teaches self-regulation and emotional awareness. Start a kindness jar. When children notice kindness, helping with dropped books, sharing a snack, giving a compliment, they write it down. Take 10 minutes to read the slips aloud. Celebrate kindness. Train eyes to look for good. Begin the day with a one-word feeling check-in or what they're looking forward to. Use the snapshot to adjust, perhaps a calming story or gentle stretches. Create a class peace agreement. Ask, what do we need to feel safe and respected? Write their words. We listen with our hearts. We use kind hands and words. We help each other. When children co-create the rules, ownership grows. The agreement becomes a living guide for daily interactions. In a Peace-First classroom, the teacher's most important role is not lecturer, but guide and model. Children are always watching. They learn more from what we do than from what we say. Responds to stress with patience. responds to conflict with calm curiosity, responds to mistakes with grace. It's okay to say, I'm feeling a little frustrated right now, so I'm going to take a deep breath before we figure this out. Approach as a caring facilitator. I can see you are both very upset. I want to understand what happened. Tell me more about that. Teach one small skill at a time, naming feelings, active listening. Break it into small steps so children can practice and internalize. Celebrate efforts. I really admired how you listened. Model repair. I'm sorry I raised my voice earlier. I was feeling stressed. I'll try to do better next time. Measuring success doesn't require tests. It's written on children's faces and in the feeling of the room. You'll see it in everyday interactions. Fewer playground conflicts. A child explains why they're upset with words, not yelling. Spontaneous kindness emerges. Keep a brief weekly journal. Note conflicts mediated and moments of skill use. For instance, today, Marco and Ben wanted the same truck. Instead of fighting, they built a garage together. Progress. Gather child feedback, stickers on feelings charts, quick anonymous ratings. On a scale of 1 to 5, how safe do you feel? What helps you feel calm? Use your senses. Is group work a chaotic roar or a productive hum? Are lines calm? Do you hear more compliments and encouragement? These qualitative changes are deeply meaningful. The benefits don't stop at the classroom door. They ripple outward. When children feel safe and regulated, they learn better. Reading, writing, critical thinking. Academic performance often improves as a natural side effect. Empathy and conflict resolution shape healthier friendships and reduce bullying, as victims and as perpetrators. These are life skills for friends, families, and workplaces. At home, parents notice the language of feelings and fair solutions. Schools can share simple tips to create a powerful partnership. What can we do to solve this problem together? Schools reflect society and change it. A commitment to teaching peace says we value kindness as much as test scores. As children grow, they carry these skills. Listen before judging, seek to understand before condemning, believe in peaceful solutions. That is how we begin to build a better world. Embarking on this journey is an act of hope, and challenges are normal. I am already so busy. How can I add one more thing? Start truly small. Think 5 minutes in the morning, not a huge new program. A 10-minute peace practice helps the rest of the day run more smoothly. Some kids will resist at first. Meet them where they are. Use stories, games, and praise every small effort. Say, I noticed how you lowered your voice. That was really helpful. If parents or admin don't get it, use simple communication. One-page notes with feeling words and one gentle home tip can change minds. Invite small involvement to create advocates. Start with those who are open. Be kind to yourself. Some days will escalate, some days you'll feel tired. This is a journey of intention, not perfection. Every calm response plants a seed. The goal isn't conflict-free, but conflict-resilient, where everyone learns and grows together. I've met thousands, from world leaders to ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Big change starts with small acts of courage and intention. A peace-first classroom, school, world doesn't begin with a grand committee. It begins with you. Pick one skill this week. Introduce a feeling word, calm, frustrated, hopeful. Talk about what it means. Try a 2-minute listening practice tomorrow. By week's end, create a class peace agreement with 1 or 2 promises. Teachers, take one small action. Leaders, support one teacher. Parents, ask how to help kindness in class. This is a practice, a daily choice of connection, understanding, and hope. It is the most important work we can do. Start small. Start now. Watch one act of peace grow into a beautiful garden of hope.
The first step to peace. Foster a culture of harmony and understanding through transformative peace education. A bridge of listening. The first step to peace. I once heard a story about 2 neighbors. an older man named Arthur, and a young woman named Lena. For years they lived side by side, separated by a tall wooden fence and an even taller wall of silence. Arthur believed Lena's music was too loud, a disruption to his quiet life. Lena felt Arthur's yard was unkempt, a sign he didn't care about their shared community. They never spoke, only tight-lipped nods when paths crossed. Resentment settled like a heavy fog. One sweltering afternoon, a powerful storm swept through. A great oak fell, crushing the fence between them. In the aftermath, they were forced into a conversation. Lena asked, "Are you all right?" One small question, filled with genuine concern, unlocked years of silence. The oak was planted by his late wife, a universe of memories. Lena just listened with her whole heart. From a broken fence, they built a bridge of understanding. Why our world needs peace education, now more than ever. Our world is spinning faster than ever. We are hyper-connected, and yet many feel isolated. Headlines hum with division and misunderstanding. It's easy to believe discord is inevitable. But that is a story we can change. Beginning with our children, in the heart of our schools and communities. Peace is not just the absence of conflict. True peace is living. It's safety where every voice matters. Confidence to resolve disagreements without harm. Joy in discovering cultures and the thread of our shared humanity. Teach early, and we grow calmer playgrounds and kinder societies. Managing emotions, resolving conflict, and practicing empathy are core life skills, as critical as reading and writing. The architecture of a well-lived life. The urgency is clear. Tomorrow's challenges require collaboration and compassion. Peace education gives the blueprint and equips with open hearts, not armor. Individual actions and kind words ripple outward, creating waves of positive change. It's hope in action. It begins now with what we teach. Cultivating deep empathy. Everything begins with empathy, the cornerstone of peace. Stepping into another's shoes to feel with them, saying, "I see you. Your feelings are real, and they matter." In a peace curriculum, this is the very first lesson. We teach children to be detectives of the heart, looking beyond the surface, listening for the feelings underneath. Stories spark empathy of being new or a lost animal finding home. How do you think the character felt, and why? Children learn a vocabulary for feelings: frustration, loneliness, joy. Imagine a feeling circle, a space of trust and equality. I feel excited. My grandma is visiting. I feel sad. My dog is sick. No fixing, no judgment, just listening. Consistency builds trust and validates every child. They begin to notice needs and respond with care. Behavior is the language of feeling. Understanding invites compassion. The classroom becomes a community of care. Empathy in action, foundation of a peaceful world. A simple practice, profound change. Conflict is natural. Peace education offers tools to transform it. It can feel like a storm, until you have a map and a compass. A simple 3-step process. Pause, speak, listen. Pause. Create space between trigger and response. Speak. Use I feel language that builds bridges. Listen, with an open heart, then brainstorm solutions. Practice lowers fear and empowers repair. With practice, conflict becomes connection. A playground split. Soccer kids and gymnasts at odds. Ms. Anya invites a peace circle. Only the stoneholder speaks.
We want to run. We feel pushed out. We need fun, space, respect.
They propose zones and a simple schedule. They write it down and sign it. The playground transforms. Tension to cooperation. A small change. Everything to the kids involved. Peace is practical. It's learned. It's shared. True peace expands compassion to the whole world. We are one interconnected human family. A culture share turns class into a living museum of personal histories. A growing map reveals global goodness. Children see themselves as citizens of the world, antidote to prejudice. They'll lead with open hearts and minds. That's the goal. Teachers tend the soil, nurturing seeds of empathy. They create sanctuaries where every child feels safe, seen, and heard. Clear, co-created dues become shared values. Modeling calm and humility, students learn by watching. Use gentle tools, checklists, heart checks, brief reflections. Stories are the real data, proof the culture is changing. Ripples reach home, playground, halls. Less tattling, more teamwork, kinder words, stronger belonging. Peace is a skill, a practice, a daily choice. Start small, a weekly feeling circle. One story with 2 questions. Teach pause, speak, listen. These small, consistent acts are seeds. Given time, patience, and care, they become a forest of peace. Empower teachers with training. Invite parents and community into the circle. Weave peace into routines, not a subject apart, but how we live together. Use art, music, stories, and play to make lessons joyful and memorable. Create sanctuaries where every child feels seen, heard, and valued. Children carry the language of peace to families, playgrounds, and into adulthood. One listener changes a friendship. One class changes a school. One generation changes the world. The journey is long, but the path is clear. Let us walk it together. Let us choose to teach peace. Let us begin right now. Equip learners with empathy, conflict resolution skills, and global citizenship. Together, we can build peaceful, resilient societies. Choose empathy first. Teach peace daily. Start with one classroom.
Everyone said you can't build a $200 billion empire on peace. Someone just did it anyway. While traditional development approaches struggle to deliver real change, Dr. Rashed Osman and World Peace Development Holdings have created something entirely different. They call it the Peaceism ecosystem, and it's turning everything we know about mega-scale development upside down. In Laos, they've just signed the largest foreign investment agreement in the country's history. Over $200 billion dedicated to transforming an entire nation's economy. But here's what makes this revolutionary. Instead of extracting resources, they're building integrated systems. Renewable energy, healthcare, education, industrial zones, all connected through what they call peace-driven development. The Lao Prime Minister called it transformative. International observers say it could become the model for sustainable growth in emerging economies. This isn't just about one country, it's about proving that peace, prosperity, and massive infrastructure can work together at unprecedented scale. World Peace Development Holdings builds mega-scale, peace-driven ecosystems with governments and private partners. The approach aligns infrastructure, industry, and social services to create jobs and resilience. At the center is people access to work, food, healthcare, education, housing, justice, and safety. Peace isn't abstract, it's dignity, protection, and equal opportunity. Join the Peaceism ecosystem. Learn, partner, and co-build the blueprint for sustainable prosperity. The Peaceism ecosystem is an operating system for national development. It coordinates governments, private partners, and communities in one integrated frame. Employment. Large-scale jobs and skills pipelines power long-term growth. Food. Regenerative agriculture and smart logistics for secure supply. Healthcare. Universal access and preventive care systems. Education. Lifelong upskilling for an adaptive workforce. Housing. Affordable, resilient, community-centric design. Justice. Transparent governance and rights protections. Safety. Conflict resolution, disaster readiness, and cybersecurity. Peacecoin is the digital rail for transparent value distribution. It's not an investment contract. Coins are allocated based on human existence and community effort. Assets and decisions are recorded for auditability and public trust. A trustee model guides decisions with clear accountability. Community voice shapes priorities and surfaces local solutions. Design is community-centric solutions built with, not for, people. Capital grows alongside forests, skills, and incomes, not at their expense. Economic security links healthcare, education, income, shelter, food, and connection. A free global series activates collaboration from jobs and food to justice and resilience. The narrative is peace-first unity of humankind, dignity without borders, because all mankind is from one family. Opportunity must be universal. Stakeholders call the Laos Partnership a transformative step for long-term growth. Observers say it could model diversified, climate-ready development. This is implementation, not optics projects, delivering measurable change. Leaders and builders join, sponsor, speak, and co-implement the next Peaceism corridors. Next, how projects sequence to create lasting jobs, resilient cities, and shared prosperity. Phase 1 strengthens energy and logistics. Phase 2 scales industry and housing. Phase 3 expands social services. Reliable power unlocks factories, hospitals, and classrooms. Renewables lower costs and build energy independence. Freight corridors and smart customs accelerate exports and reduce waste. Mobility connects workers to opportunities and markets to producers. Industrial parks anchor jobs. SME clusters localize value chains. Entrepreneur programs turn talent into enterprises. Healthcare capacity improves well-being and worker productivity. Education expands human capital and future skills. Affordable, climate-ready neighborhoods reduce displacement risk. Public safety and social connection strengthen peace. E-services cut friction and corruption, increasing trust. Justice systems emphasize fairness and reintegration. A new job raises an entire household. Digital tools stabilize income and reduce waste. Connectivity multiplies value across sectors. Peace thrives where everyone belongs. Basic needs are engineered into the plan.
Thanks to the peace ecosystem, I found support and community, especially in healthcare. It's a game changer.
Blockchain opened doors to jobs and resources I never imagined. It's empowering.
Visit the Expo series, Partner on Corridors. Let's turn peace into prosperity. We build for those who come after us. Clean power fuels opportunity. Care for all protects dignity. Skills for tomorrow unlock prosperity. Peace is measurable when lives improve transparently and at scale. Leaders, innovators, and communities Your seat at the table is ready. Equity by design, not by chance. Employment, food, healthcare, housing, education, justice, safety. Humanity first. Love, peace, joy. Unity without prejudice or borders. From river valleys to smart cities, the future is being built. World Peace Development Holdings, building a sustainable future through the Peaceism ecosystem. Subscribe, share, and join the mission. Peace is a plan and a platform.